Greetings, Grey Witch here. Today I wanted to talk to you about some of the things I've learned playing GTA as a sniper. Now these are some tips that should, help you out. Hopefully, some of the stuff you don't know, some of this you probably will know, but hopefully it'll help you out. Now number one is camouflage. Being able to blend into your surroundings is almost as important as being able to shoot well. Not being seen is one of the sniper's most important things. Now even if though your dot will show up on the map, blending into your surroundings will help out a lot, because just because you can see the dot doesn't necessarily mean you can see the player, especially if you're camouflaged well. So using camouflage, using outfits that blend into your surroundings, that's something that you really want to consider as something to work on, to have for each environment that you're fighting in. Another thing that is extremely important, since we cannot lay prone to take shots, is you need to be able to use cover. You need to give yourself the least amount of a profile for another player to shoot. So if they're on the opposite side of this rock, you want to be able to use the entire rock to your benefit. Another thing, turn on your expanded radar. This will allow you to see jets, helicopters, players sneaking in and getting stuff like that from hidden all around the map, and it allows you to plan ahead to get to a position to where you can take these things out. It's like this guy in this jet here, killing all kinds of people, and then I just took him out, and it's easier to see them coming at you and where they're at, where they're going when you have the expanded radar up. It's real easy. You just go into your settings and just turn it on, and it'll give you a much bigger map. It takes a little while to get used to, but once you have it on there, it helps out a lot. Another big thing that helps out is having your loadout set up to where you don't have a bunch of weapons in it. If you're like me and you buy every weapon that comes out, you don't really want to have to spend the time sifting through your weapons trying to find the right one for the right situation. So what I do is I use the loadout that I have in my CEO office. Well, it's a little gun locker deal that you can create a loadout. And I use both sniper rifles, combat MG, the carbine rifle, tear gas, proximity mines, and the homing rocket. That's it. Everything else is locked out of my loadout. That way I don't have to deal with anything. This is all the weapons that I really need. That's all I really use, except in missions. Now, practice makes perfect. And one of the first places that you want to practice is in one of the gun ranges. Now, it's not really set up for snipers, but the good thing about these ranges, especially this one right here, is it teaches you how to move between targets with your reload times. It's where you can hit as many targets as you can before you have to reload, because the reload really takes a long time on the the heavy sniper. It's not so bad on the original sniper, but the heavy sniper, it takes quite a few seconds, and that delay kind of sucks, so you really want to practice on that. Now if you have access to one of the bunker shooting ranges deals, this one is really good, and it has the sniper challenges. I've only beat 2 of them so far, but these are a lot better. The targets move, they're further away. It's a lot more of a challenge, and I really dig this, and it's helped me out a lot. Now another big thing that a friend of mine taught me was shooting the tires out of cars that are moving. Get up on a roof near the interstate as the cars go by, try to shoot both tires out of the same car. It's hard as hell to do, but if you can do it, it will improve your sniping so much. And the friend of mine that taught me how to do it, he was one of the best snipers I've ever seen in the game, and it really does help. Now for finding a building or a hide to really be effective as a sniper, one of the main things you want to have is it cannot be too high. Another thing is you want zero access from the ground. You don't want any cops to be able to get up from the ground. You don't want any other players to be able to get up from the ground, because most of the time you're going to be in the sniper scope, and that's going to really give you tunnel vision, and it allows people to sneak up on you. So you really want a roof that's not too high, but high enough to not be shot, have grenades shot up onto it, because they can arc and land to where you are. Rockets aren't too much of a problem, because that's more of a straight line kind of a weapon. So you really want something that's not too high, not too low, and you really just kind of got to find the balance. And you want something that has cover, that allows, if there is jets or helicopters to come near you, something for you to take cover from weapons and guns. So you're really going to have to search around to find a couple of them. This is a really good one. I don't use this one too much because it's really near a bunch of other people's garages and stuff like that, and it can be a chaos area to fight in. But this is a good example. It has a place to land a helicopter. There's plenty of places to take cover. So it's a basically decent area to hide in. So when you're up in these places like this, you always want to go for the long shot. You don't want to go for the guys that are right below you. You want to go for the guys that are as far out from you can get. And the only bad problem about going up high on a building is it decreases the amount of range that you've got that you can shoot. So the higher you go, the less further out you can shoot. That's only one of the main problems about being on a roof. Another thing is, never kneel up against a knee wall like that if somebody is down right below you shooting rockets. Because if you kneel up against the wall like that and somebody shoots a rocket, you're dead. Unless the wall is, really thick. And most of these up on the top, they don't just have like a little knee wall, so if they hit you, you're gone. And that spot right there is a really good spot to put the anti-aircraft thing. It's pretty awesome. It's a good spot right there if you want to bring that up with the cargo bob. Now another cool thing about this is there's a crow's nest kind of area up on here on the top. Now this is a really good spot because this can completely protect you from jets. Now this one little inside area right there. But you got like this little crow's nest area all the way around. And the only bad problem about being up this high is, like I said, is it takes away from your distance. Now a good thing to do is to turn on your player overhead display in your settings, and if somebody's in a car, you'll be able to see the player better than you would if you didn't have it. And like I said, this is the perfect spot right in here to hide from jets that are coming at you. But if you come up onto this top part, remember, it is easier for a player on the ground to see you than it is for you to see them. It's just all about the range of the weapons and stuff like that. It's crazy GTA physics, but it is a good, cool place to hide out. And this, this is a pretty cool way to take out a bunch of players. Even though everybody hates you. Everybody hates a sniper. Alright, this is Grey Witch. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you next time. Peace!